Hello from the Delta Lounge in Atlanta. We fly to Rome today. We fly to Italy today. I'm legit so excited. Brad's in the bathroom, but we flew out of Louisville this morning. We have like a 4-hour layover in Atlanta, and then we fly from Atlanta to Rome. So easy, 2 planes, no big deal. Our flight out of Louisville was at like 10:45. It's almost 1. Fly out of here about 4:30, and then we will get to Rome at 7:30 a.m. So we need to sleep on the plane because Brad has things scheduled for us. Like, we get there, we are allowed to drop our bags off at the hotel, freshen up a wee bit, and then we have a food tour, and then the Coliseum. Or something. We have 2 tours tomorrow, Monday, the day we land. So we're gonna need a lot of caffeine, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and I'm literally, I could not be more excited to spend 10 days in Italy. Just have this break from work. Oh look, there's Brad. I got you a mimosa.
According to your own clock.
We're in 3 fantasy leagues. 2 are done drafting, and we've been doing a slow draft in our fantasy league for our gym friends, and we're doing a slow draft with our regular life friends, not gym friends, just whatever. And this draft has been going on since Friday, and it's Sunday. Days. Brad's playing poker.
No, I'm playing blackjack.
Blackjack.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for choosing Delta. Delta's safety of our customers and crew is our #1 priority.
We're still
and the shared
taxiing.
responsibility of everyone on board.
They say this is French toast. Good morning. We navigated out of the airport, but don't worry, because we started taking trains. Took the wrong train.
It said line A.
It really did. So
We'll show you because we have to go back.
we have been in Rome for 2 hours, and we've successfully bought a train ticket and been on a train. It's not the right train, but
Well, we were
we've
on.
done things.
We got on the train correctly from the airport.
That's true. We had like a 20-minute ride from the airport to the train station. And I'm sweating because I'm in long sleeves and sweatpants. And all I want is to wash my face and be in shorts. And maybe some dry shampoo. Wow. And also deodorant. We got into our room. I got to wash my face, put on deodorant, change. I even got a 40-ish minute nap. We have eaten. And now we're going on a Coliseum tour with like a group. We have like a tour group. So we're walking to the Coliseum to go to that. And then we have a food tour, a walking food tour around Rome. after our Coliseum tour, we made a pit stop because we needed a snack. So we got like a really small sandwich and a double espresso because your girl is tired. And now we're on a food tour. I wanted to get a slice of pizza and Brad was like, I can almost guarantee there's gonna be pizza on this food tour, so we'll see. But we're already at like 17,000 steps and we just started this food tour. What food are you most excited about?
Really anything right now because I'm starving, but pizza sounds good.
First stop is corner pizza, but it's not pizza. It is a
Appetizer for the pizza, a soup.
a soupli, which is, what do you say? A rice?
Like a rice, like croquette.
Why surprise?
It's a rice ball.
Those will change a bit.
Your rating for the soupli?
An 8 until I got to the surprise of the mozzarella cheese, and then it turned into probably like a 9.5.
I'm also gonna go with the 9. I have no reason not to give it a 10, but I feel like we need to save the spot.
So let's get closer. Allora, I give you two flavors, two different kind of pizza. One, magician, you see? Okay, so I'm gonna give you one is national flavor, which is margherita, no? We can consider national flavor. And then I'm gonna give you also something local, which is pizza with potatoes.
That's delicious. Rate the pizza. Well, rate the margarita pizza.
Very good. 9 out of 10.
Rate the potato pizza.
For uniqueness alone,
Overall rating.
overall rating, like an 8 out of 10. I wish the potatoes were a little more crispy.
I'm gonna rate the margarita pizza 10 out of 10. I thought it was delicious and the crust was perfect. I'm gonna give the potato pizza a 7 out of 10. It's alright. Not my jam.
I'm gonna give you a skewer of lamb. Kind of a stereotype in the rock.
Your sheep rating.
Sheep was good, and also I haven't had a ton of protein, so that was probably like a 9 for the flavor. I'd take an 8. I'd take another point because it was a little fatty. But
What about the wine?
the wine was really good. I took a picture of it because I want it later.
I don't like wine, but that one wasn't as buttery as red wines I've tasted, so I'll give it a 5. And
Disrespectful.
but I'm gonna give that lamb a 9, maybe an 8.5 because it was a little fatty, but it was salty and so good. It was like fatty bacon.
Saprai artichoke.
Oh, might surprise you.
It's salty.
Yeah. It's got
So that part's good.
got a lot of oil on it, and it's salty.
Very oily. Almost like a really oily French fry. Last stop, best stop. I got the caramel. Brad got the strawberry. Gelato rating.
Balled out. That gelato in Italy is a 10 out of 10, automatically.
I would also give my gelato a 10 out of 10. That was a really great food tour. I really like that. He also like sprinkles in history.
He also was pretty funny too throughout.
Yeah, he did make a Caesar salad joke, which we appreciated. But now we're 25 minutes from our hotel, and we're definitely gonna hit 20,000 steps. And I'm gonna fall asleep standing up. So we finished our food tour. It was good, fun, lots of fun bites. And now we're sitting outside the Pantheon because Brad wants a glass of wine.
Cool.
So I guess I will also have a glass of wine. And then we're gonna get up at 4 a.m. to go to the Trevi Fountain because that's when it's least crowded and I can take a picture.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go back to bed. Then we have to be at the Vatican at like 8:30. We have a tour at 9, and then we actually have a tour of the Pantheon at 1.
Cold.
I'm at 19,100 steps, and we're probably. Thank you. Tastes like wine. We go, so we go to the Vatican at 9. We go to the Pantheon at 1. Then Wednesday, we take the train to Florence. We're in Florence Wednesday, Thursday, and then Milan Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for the F1 race. And Brad's dad flies right now.
Yeah, he's on a plane.
Yeah, Brad's dad is on a plane to Italy right now. They're meeting in Milan, in Venice. he has 2 friends that are already over here. So the 3 of them are meeting because they're also going to the F1 race. Because nothing says honeymoon like your father-in-law. That's not true. He planned his trip first and then we kind of tagged on. So. So this morning we toured the Vatican. I will say, you can go to all these places without a tour guide, right? Like you can just buy tickets and you can go. I liked that we did tours. You get like the earpiece. Also, I told Brad, I am positive that I could be a tour guide because you put on these earpieces and it's connected to their microphone. So they just wear a microphone and they're just talking. Sometimes you're not even around them. Sometimes they're walking in front of you. You can't even see your tour guide, but they're talking in your ear. I'm like, I do that all the time. Like they're just walking around talking. Granted, they have a microphone or whatever, but I'm like, I do that anyway. To my phone, to this camera. I do that all the time. I'm like, I would be great just walking and talking, and people are listening to me, and if they're following me, great. If they're not, they're get lost. But anyways, I liked all the tours because they have like, they tell you the history, which you could probably see from like plaques or things posted. But I like listening to someone else explain it. You don't have to read. Ooh, Bradley. Amazing, thank you. Perfect timing because there's our food. But anyway, so we did the Vatican tour this morning, and now we have no more tours because we go to Venice tomorrow. No, we go to Florence tomorrow. Brad's dad just landed in Venice. That's what I was thinking. And we didn't go to the Trevi Fountain this morning because we decided it rained this morning, and like a lot actually. So we were like, we don't want to go to the Trevi Fountain in the rain, and then we decided that it was more imperative for us to sleep since we had been awake for 30 something hours. So I think I got like almost 9.5 hours sleep. After that lunch, we walked back here and took a nap. Cheers. But Brad made us dinner reservations tonight, and the reservations are legit at a Michelin star restaurant. I'm so excited. We're gonna get all cute and go on like a date. This whole thing is a date, you know, but it feels like more of a date. If you don't show, like we made these reservations, Brad was like, we're going to this, right? And I was like, yeah, of course, what do you mean? If you're a no-show, or because we made them today for tonight, it was like, if you're a no-show or if you cancel within 24 hours of your reservation, or if you modify the menu because it's a set menu, then you get charged 300 euro. We won't be missing this. That foundation is definitely too light, but I have only been wearing, these are from Isle of Paradise. They're like bronzing drops, and then I just put them in my SPF every day. So I haven't been wearing foundation. Also, Brad's in the shower. But there is a speakeasy here. We found it, I saw it on TikTok, but we found it earlier and went. But the thing is, it's a speakeasy with a tattoo artist. You can get a drink and get a tattoo, which if you've gotten a tattoo, you know they like you have to sign something that says you are not hammered, well, or had alcohol. But Brad might get his first tattoo, so we tried to go earlier, but there was something with the tattoo artist. So he was like, "Can you come back?" And we were like, "Sure." Oh shoot, Brad, he had time to think, so I might be able to convince him to get a tattoo. If it's not here, I would like it to be here because we saw the speakeasy and thought it was cool. But if not, just on the trip in general, I hope I can convince him.
That's why I just can't believe that
It's not butter.
Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's what I'm saying.
It's definitely not butter, but
It's certainly not butter. Oh yeah, no, I bet.
by the time I edit this,
I
as you
can't
probably
find
know,
a single
we
good
bought
like,
another
what I would consider
so
good
we have to get
anyway.
insurance on the other one.
Like point
Okay, here's my outfit. Got a cute skirt. There's Brad's outfit. Yep. We went to the Mirabelle restaurant, which is a Michelin star restaurant, and we just did the 7-course.
executive chef's special or something.
You just say this is what I want. You have no say. Oh, honestly, your only say is that that's what you want, and then they just bring out the course. They tell you what's in it. Obviously, we like read the menu or whatever. I didn't read it that close. They're little dishes, but there were things like the first one was a piece of bread with a lot of butter and an anchovy. And then
Which we do not like.
that was salty.
So it was a rough first course.
But then it was fried shrimp.
But the waiter was like, if there's something you don't like, please tell me.
Yeah, 'cause
like
we
if it's
didn't
not
finish
good, I
it.
will tell the chef. And I was just like,
We're like, no, don't tell him.
No, we tell
Don't
it's
tell
fine.
him.
We just don't like anchovies.
And then, but then it was fried shrimp. Then there was a soup, the gazpacho. Then,
With the fish?
yeah, with lobster.
No, that one has fish. Shrimp.
Oh,
I mean, it's
then
like
there was
being back home.
a fried artichoke. No, zucchini.
Fried zucchini.
Fried zucchini. I thought that was weird because it was like mushy. It wasn't like
The outside was.
it literally was like pudding. It was weird. Then
I thought it was good.
the gazpacho had the it had the
It was
fish.
fish.
Had the fish.
Yeah.
Then
It was like a white fish.
it was the pistachio
It was a
spaghetti
white fish, not white fish.
with lobster.
Yeah.
Then it was the tuna.
The tuna was
really good.
Like a seared tuna, and then it had what was in it?
Peppers,
the
sweet peppers.
Sweet. The
Oh, and a
Italian sweet
falafel.
peppers.
And then there was dessert with a puff pastry and ice cream. That part was good.
All of it overall was very good.
There was a bunch of Americans in the restaurant.
They were
Like the
notoriously
whole
loud.
restaurant was American, so we were like, did we pick the wrong restaurant?
Inside was like all Americans. I don't know who was outside, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
they did have a balcony.
Like where we're sitting now, but one floor down.
Yeah, well, we were leaving, and then we saw that they had a rooftop bar, so then we decided to come up here for a drink. And then tomorrow, we will wake up, go to the Trevi Fountain at 6 a.m. We have a train to Florence at 9:30. And then tours in Florence at 1. So we'll get there, drop our bags off, put on deodorant.
Pretty much, because we're going to stink from a 17-minute walk, because it's faster to get there by walking than buses or cars.
Just walk to the train station, and it'll be fine. And then we're in Florence until Friday.
Friday morning, and then we go up to Milan.
And we go to Milan and we meet Brad's dad.
And part of our race group goes.
There's two of Brad's dad's buddies. And we're all gonna go to the race together.
Smell you later. It's not this platform, is it?
No.
But it's the
Well, it is, but it's at the end of an hour vlog.
Smell you later from this guy.
Good morning, because it is still the morning. I got up at 5:30, got ready, got Brad up promptly after, and we made it to the Trevi Fountain like right after 6. Packed. Not as packed as it would be if you waited maybe another hour. Because, I mean, like, we could squeeze in and like find space if you wanted pictures or whatever. We did the whole Lizzie McGuire TikTok thing. Made Brad take all my pictures, you know, the good stuff. Then we went back, packed our bags, and now we're at the train station because we have a train to Florence in like 30 minutes-ish. The train ride is an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Train ride's like an hour and a half, you know, like a seated, I keep calling it a Harry Potter train. So train ride, an hour and a half to Florence, and then we immediately have a tour, well, like one, we have a tour, you know, see the David, things like that. And then we have a cooking class tonight.
Tomorrow night. Tonight or tomorrow?
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
The cooking class is tonight.
It's on a schedule.
Wednesday.
I checked. Our train is guaranteed on Friday. It's one of the guaranteed trains.
Oh, so okay. Here's another thing. There is already a planned train airport transportation strike, and it is on. It's tomorrow.
Yeah. 2100 tomorrow till 1800 on the 5th.
So we knew that. We knew last week that there was a strike, which is so funny that it's planned. But anyways, there is a strike, but our train is guaranteed because we go to Milan on Friday, and it's Friday morning, and the strike is Thursday night to Friday night, Thursday afternoon to Friday night, something like that. But hopefully, well, they say we're not affected. Hopefully that stays true, and then we'll meet up with Brad's dad, his friends, and stuff like that. But another big trip. So our train was delayed an hour, and so we had, in theory, we had just enough time to get off the train, take a Uber to the hotel, drop our bags, and make it to this tour.
It was scheduled.
However, since the train had an hour delay, we had no choice but to walk from the train station to our tour with our bags. So I had my big ass duffel bag backpack thing, and we had to walk for almost 20 minutes through these streets of Florence that we made it. And then the people that the tour is through, you can keep your luggage there. So we're waiting for our tour to go to the Galleria.
David is.
We want to see David's wiener, and then we got a beer. I don't know how to describe to you guys how big David is. Go stand over there. There's Brad. Like, okay, there's Brad, and like, it's huge. I don't know how big I thought this was gonna be, but David is ginormous. Nothing says welcome to a new city like booking a walking tour right when you get there.
Embrace the suck.
We finished the David tour. Finally went to our hotel, dropped our bags off, changed, got some pizza, and now we're doing a walking tour. This is the last thing we have to do today. It's 4:30. And I have a feeling we'll be in bed soon after this tour. Good news, the tour is only an hour and a half. So we'll be out of here by 6, in bed by 6:30. The tour was actually, it was our favorite so far. The guide was really good. The earpiece that you have to wear and then they talk into like the microphone or whatever, it was the best earpiece we've had yet. Because sometimes you just can't hear them. Like the connection just isn't good. And then also we could understand him the best, which is an us thing. That's an being a dumb American thing. And he was very funny. Like, he was just a really good tour guide. Told the history, but had jokes, kept everyone entertained. Also, it was a very large group, and he did well. It was like, how many people in our group? Like 40?
Okay, so they're all the recommendations for pasta on the other side of the bridge.
That time? How many people were in our group?
Well, it was 2 groups combined. Their first group I thought was going to be 40 or so we probably ended up actually having like 60.
Just walking around
people.
Florence, just in a
There
cluster.
were shop owners that were looking at us like, why do you have so many people behind you?
We were taking up space. But then Brad found like a sunset spot thing across the river.
Piazza Michelangelo.
Michelangelo's Pizza is across the river.
It is.
Straight uphill. So we had to climb, and then we watched the sunset, and now we're gonna try to find dinner, which I guess is back over the river. The tour guide gave a list of recommendations for pasta because we feel like we haven't eaten enough pasta. We've had a ton of pizza, not enough pasta, and I think we need to change that. So we're gonna have to go back across the river to eat pasta, and then it's gonna be bedtime. Oh boy, is it gonna be bedtime.
Brad's wearing the same outfit as his dad. They literally match.
Hello. So we did the art gallery tour this morning. We had a small little group. We were with some Swedish people, an older couple who told us they were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary next year. And we were talking to them. Well, first of all, we like get there and our tour guide's like, where's everyone from? And they're like, we're from Sweden. And we just said, I guess we were talking right before that because we go, oh, we're from Kentucky, because most people, they know you're gonna say the United States, so they're really just looking for the state. And we go, oh, we're from Kentucky, and the husband goes, yeah, we could tell you were from America by your accents. And we were like, yeah, we get it. Thank you so much. Anyways, if you care about history at all, the most prestigious, richest, actually the family that invented like banking, like bankrolling someone, giving loans, originated in Florence. And so they like pretty much bankrolled the whole city and then bankrolled a lot of Europe. And then they married their kids to other, like a French family and a Swedish family and a Spanish family, and whatever, they're everywhere. So we got to learn a lot about that. They have like a terrace, and the tour is in that family's office building. Like they built it to run their businesses, and it's huge. They are also like the biggest art collectors ever. Like they were the first people to start collecting art, and then they just amassed this giant collection and all this wealth, and then they gave it to the city of Florence. So anyway, so you see all this art, like you see the very first painting Leonardo da Vinci ever did, you see stuff Michelangelo did, all this good stuff. And then they have a terrace, so we had a coffee on the terrace. Now Brad forgot his sunglasses, so we're back in the room, so Brad can get his sunglasses, and then we are gonna get lunch, but we're also gonna go shopping. And because like there's a bridge here, and it's all along the bridge is shops, and it's famous, and it's also expensive. So we're gonna go do a little bit of shopping, and then we have our cooking class tonight at 7. I'm so excited for that. So, but an easy day, relatively chill. We got to sleep in, and it'll be great. We found a wine window.
It's nearby.
Cheers. So we are gonna have some wine, and then we're gonna go shopping on the expensive bridge. The Ponte Vecchio. The expensive bridge. Let me show you the wine window.
This is the restaurant, and then there's this little window, and you knock on it, the lady takes your order, and then the wine just comes out the window. Okay. After shopping, we went back, took a nap, and now it's pasta making time. Because we had a really early train. We get into Milan at like 11. That's not true. That we get in at 9:30. Brad's dad and his friends get in at 11. But we're staying at the same hotel. So we'll just meet them at the hotel. My whole face is breaking out. It's the pasta. It is the pasta. I try to avoid gluten at home because I'm not supposed to have it. And I don't feel as bad when I have gluten over here.
The world capital of gluten.
So we got a lot of pizza and a lot of pasta, obviously. And my face is paying the price. But yeah, that pasta class was so fun. We were like 10 minutes into the class and Brad was like, we're making our own pasta from now on, just forever. And other than getting to Milan, we actually don't have plans today. Qualifying day. It's Saturday. We just got to Monza Park, which is where the race is, the track.
If you were go fast day.
If you don't know anything about Formula One, which I didn't when we started dating, because why would I? Each Grand Prix, which is the races, is 3 days. Friday, usually. Friday is practice. They get to the track, they get to practice on the track. These drivers know the tracks and stuff, but they get to practice, feel things out. Saturday, today, is qualifying because it's not like, I don't know, the Kentucky Derby where all the horses just kind of start in a line. They are trying to go as fast as possible to get the best spot to start tomorrow. Obviously, you'd want to be towards the front. And then tomorrow's race day. I bought me a shirt and we got a hat. We've been here for 12 seconds. Already spent $150 plus beer.
This is part of the old track.
They don't use it anymore?
No, so what you see around the outside is the oval, is what we're walking through. So this was one section that used to be the bank corner of Monza.
Right.
Antonelli 120.626 qualifying at 6 o'clock this evening. For English drivers, George Russell. Oh, damn it. And of course,
Alright, qualifying is over. Do you want to explain what happened to the people?
There was a moment where we thought that Ferrari was going to be higher than Max, Lando, and Piastri came in a little bit above them. It's a tough day for the Ferrari to focus
on the second mile of the grid. Lewis.
See what happens tomorrow.
So qualifying is over.
Antonelli will actually start on.
What did you think?
6. Bortoleto goes up to P7.
So qualifying is over, what I was going to say.
P5 after a tough.
But there are historic Grand Prix cars that are going to be doing laps, I guess. So we're going to wait because Brad's dad and his friends are in the good seats with backs and, you know, a roof over their head, and they want to watch it, so we're going to wait for them. So we're just going to hang out at the track.
I can't give her the first class experience because she's going to get used to it. We have to go with this experience before.
Which is not true, because I saved enough money to get good seats, and Brad chose not to.
Live with the peasants, you know what the kings feel like.
Quite as comfortable for us. So,
You heard me.
yeah, there was also not a big surprise. I think, yeah, we're super lucky.
It took almost 2 hours to get from the racetrack to the train station, and now we have to wait in line at the train station.
The first time from Ferrari gets here from Lewis Hamilton. Speed, the 75th running of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix, right here at Monza. The green flag flies at the back of the grid. The 5 red lights here this afternoon in Italy.
Hello, happy. It's Monday. We've been here a week, and also my whole face is breaking out. This was the first day where we actually didn't have anything to do. Well, kind of not true. We woke up in Milan and had breakfast with Brad's dad and his friends, and then Brad's dad flew out today. He went to the airport at like 9:30, but we went to the train station at 9 because we had a train from Milan back to Rome, because our flight is round trip to Rome. So that train from Milan to Rome was like 3.5 hours, but I mean, not bad, honestly. We talked about extensively how we were like, I wish America had just like reliable subways, trains, whatever. Like, for as much traveling as we do, like we go to Pittsburgh like 4 times a year because we have so many friends up there. We're like, can you imagine if we just hop on a train to Pittsburgh? Like, it would just be so helpful. But anyways, then once we got Rome, we checked into our hotel. We didn't have anything to do. So when we were here earlier this week, we didn't make it into the Pantheon because we had tickets, but there was like a lot going on, and we were like, who cares? We'll be back. So we like rebought tickets. We were like, oh, we could finally go to the Pantheon. Walked around. We had sushi for lunch because not that pasta isn't great, but we have sushi like once a week at home. So we had some sushi and then went to the Pantheon. Then we just walked around for like 2 hours. It's like 6. Our hotel has laundry. So we're doing some laundry and we're gonna take a nap. And then it's dinner time. And then tomorrow we fly out at like 2. But it's great because we fly out at 2, but we get home. Well, we get home at midnight. We get home at like 11:30, but it's the same day. Whereas when we flew here, we flew out at like 7 a.m. Sunday and then didn't get here until 7 a.m. Monday. So we just get home the same day and then we all have to go back to work on Wednesday. Which is unfortunate. But the race yesterday, we went to the race yesterday and we went early so we could see stuff and just like be at the track. And Brad like had a heat stroke or who knows, but he was unwell. And so we watched the first 10 laps and then we left. And we went back to the hotel and Brad slept a lot. And then we just had room service for dinner and just sat in bed and watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And honestly, fine. And the race was uneventful. So we were talking with his dad about that. It's not like we wish crashes or things upon people, but just uneventful. So anyways, so we showered. We're gonna nap while our laundry goes. Yeah, there's a rooftop restaurant here at the hotel.
The hotel so far has been great.
Yeah. It's a cute hotel. There's 2 showers. We tried to shower.
One of them's mostly a bath at this point.
There's 2 showers, and we tried to shower at the same time, but Brad couldn't figure out how the drain works, so he was just
The drain wasn't working. I know how
flooding the tub. But anyways, then we have to go back to reality. We quite literally have work on Wednesday. Luckily, I work from home, but Brad has to go to the office. And then Thursday, I fly to New York for New York Fashion Week. And I'll be there until Saturday. I get back Saturday night. So I'm home for 30 hours or something. And we have to go home. We left a car at our house because, well, we stayed with my parents. My parents took us to the airport. But we have Airbnb people on Thursday because September in Louisville, there are 2 music festivals back to back, and the house has been booked. Those lineups come out in like January. The house gets booked like right when those lineups drop. So these guests are Thursday to Monday, and then the next guests are Wednesday to Monday. So we get back from this honeymoon, and we're not even in our house for 30 weeks. Yeah. Well, yeah, and then another thing, my parents flew out today. They left Louisville and flew to London, but they're hopping all over Europe. Like they're going to London, Sweden, Switzerland. Where are they going? Sweden.
I think they're only those 2, but they're staying
at different
a good
cities.
Amount of time and traveling.
They're going to a concert very specifically, and they're going with like 10 of their friends. They're just, retired people. And like after the wedding, we got married on a Saturday. On the next Wednesday, my parents went on a Viking cruise in Europe for like 11 days or something. So they were on a Viking cruise for a little over a week right after the wedding. And then they got back on like a Wednesday. And then we flew, so I guess they were gone for 2 weeks, like a Wednesday to a Wednesday. And then we flew out that Sunday. And then they flew out today to go back to Europe, because they're just so cool. But they're gone all month, damn near. So it's kind of nice that we have Airbnb people, because we're also just watching my parents' house and they're not even there. Also, I haven't seen my parents in a really long time, so we'll just be at their house.
While you're in New York Fashion Week, I'm gonna have the house to myself.
Yeah, I'll be in New York Fashion Week and Brad will be at my parents' house. No parents, no me. No my parents, no me.
Me and the dog.
Yeah, I do miss Nolly. The U.S. is awful compared to here.
Where'd that come from?
I'm just thinking about like going back to work and stuff. But, well, and just like the U.S., I don't mean this, I kind of mean this. The U.S. has nothing cool, but they do have cool things. Like I think a lot of our national parks are cool, and there are cool things.
Defunded.
But also that. But we just don't have the history that's here. Like, we were just looking at some of these buildings and I'm like, somebody just hand carved this whole building.
We went to a place that had perfume since the 1200s.
Yeah. It's just so much cooler over here. Which is why I understand why like girls who study abroad make it their whole personality. I get it.
boarded, and this time me and Brad are in front of each other. You see, it's beside each other, but I got my cool little Delta One seat. There's Brad Lord. And not that this matters, but I'm saying it anyway, just because I can. So, the internet is a cruel place, right? I got a lot of really gross comments from videos I made of us being in Delta One, and let it be known, two years ago, in 2023, before we were engaged, we were just dating, in 2023, some of our friends knew they were going to go to the Olympics in 2024 because my best friend's husband's brother was going to be in the Olympics. When he qualified, they knew they were going, whatever. So me and Brad, the couple that was going to go to the Olympics, and another couple, it's my two best friends, and all the husbands are now friends. So there was going to be 6 of us, and we planned to meet the other couple at the tail end of the Olympics, and the Olympics were in Paris. And we were going to meet them in Paris, and then all 6 of us were going to explore, like they would just extend their vacation, and we were going to explore around like France, maybe go to Spain, like we were just going to hop in Europe. So in 2023, me and Brad started saving money. This is not sponsored, but we use the app Capital with a Q, Capital, and it's for people who don't share the same bank account, and you can both contribute money to like a savings goal. And it's like, it's not like a bank, so I mean, take this with a grain of salt, but it's like another app that stores your money. So in 2023, we started saving for Europe 2024. And you can set, just like randomly, but side note, on the app, on Capital, you can put like, okay, I wanna save $10 a week, or I wanna put in $100 every paycheck, or you can do like a compounding one where like the first week you save $1, the second week you save $2, and so on and so forth. You can do like little rules like that, so you can set a couple rules. I think me and Brad both had like $10 a week.
Excuse me while I hit my app right. I'm just gonna do it like I'm talking to you. Let's go, baby.
Lord forbid you do that in your own cubby.
No, what did you do in yours?
Anyways.
You need to be your backpack drink?
No, I want it with me. Anyway, so in 2023 we started saving for Europe 2024. When it started getting like within 6 months of the Olympics, we were talking about going, and not the couple that was going to Paris, the other couple bought a house. And so they were like, hey, Europe's kind of out, we're buying a house, which we love. The house is stunning. We have helped them move stuff in that house, do stuff in that house, everything. So we ended up not going, but we kept that savings, like the rules. So like we were still saving like $10 a week, a couple, whatever we decided, like per paycheck, you know, whatever. And so technically for 2 years, because we started in 2023, even if you said a year and a half, we have been saving to go to Europe. And then on top of that, we just save money anyway. And between the time we started saving and now, me and Brad, I traveled for work to Dubai, Mexico, Singapore, and Brazil for work. We have flown for weddings, we've flown for birthday celebrations, whatever. Brad went to China. Like, we've also flown a lot and gotten miles. So everyone, not everyone, the haters and people who can't help but be compulsive and leave nasty things on other people's social media are like, must be nice, or like, yeah, of course you're in Delta One, like you have influencer money, like you don't know real money, blah blah blah. I don't have influencer money, I'm not that cool. And also, we have been saving for 2 years, and we got married. And you know what people do when you get married? They give you cash. And so we saved up, we used our miles and points and whatever. Like I said, this doesn't matter. I don't have to justify this to anyone, but I'm like, some people just work hard and like say, like, it's not like we paid for this flight with money we had instantly. Like I said, this was a savings account. We had this money. Anyways, that's my PSA for no reason. This flight's a little longer because we're going the opposite direction. So instead of 9 hours, it's 10 hours.
Opposite direction and further, but yeah.
And further.
And we're supposed to get into Louisville at 11:30 tonight. 11. This flight, like the plane that we're on, was delayed coming to Rome. So we're already delayed. And we're gonna try not to sleep so we can sleep tonight. That's if we get home tonight. Do you have thoughts?
Huh?
Do you have thoughts?
I have lots of thoughts, but what particular subject?
This is why he isn't allowed on YouTube. Also, I have merch coming out so soon, and I started getting some of the designs back. I'm gonna tell you all. So, I'm not gonna show you the designs, but...
Hey, how's it
Hi,
going?
good, how are you?
I like your nose rings.
Thanks!
Is that double or is it just one?
Just the one.
It's cute.
I thought if I put a second hole in my face, my dad would be so pissed.
Yeah. I feel that. Do you like any sparkling liner or orange juice?
Yeah.
Or a mimosa?
A mimosa would be fabulous. Thank you. Okay, so love that. The last launch was green, like the monochrome green. This launch is blue. I'm so excited. It's gonna be like the big and blue launch because I found like oversized sweatshirts, and I'm deciding on if I want to do oversized t-shirts. Like they are like meant to be oversized. Also, they go up to, I believe, 4XL. So even if you got a 4XL, it's like, I mean, it's an oversized 4XL. Like I didn't want anyone who needs that size to feel like it just fits like that normal. Like I want them to be able to have oversized things too. So I found an oversized sweatshirt, and I'm debating on an oversized t-shirt because some people don't like the look of like true oversized t-shirts. Like if you got a t-shirt and like size that, I think that's different. So anyways, there's gonna be a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, a hat, and a sticker because so many people maybe wasn't in their budget for a t-shirt, but they were like, I would love a sticker for my laptop, a water bottle, what so. Stickers are also coming. I'm so excited. And right now I'm thinking I had to move the launch date. So I think it's gonna be the beginning of October.
Yes, I wrote that down. Yes.
The plane out of Rome was delayed. I think I told you all that. Well, we just landed in Minneapolis, like we're taxiing. We are in the States. And we just got a text that they changed our flight home to tomorrow morning. But you can, like, it'll say like accept new flight or keep original flight. And we technically have like a 50-minute layover. So we're gonna try to run for it. And we'll see what happens. Good morning, look who I have. A sweet angel. A sweet angel. Okay. It's like 7:30 in the morning. I just picked her up from my sister's house. And I had to get my car. And now we work. I have a full day of, like, I have such a busy day. And then tomorrow morning I am flying to New York for New York Fashion Week, and I'm working from New York and then doing stuff at night. So this is where I'm gonna leave you, because I feel like I have so much footage to go through. This vlog is gonna be so long. Anyways, I love you guys. If you made it this far, I would love to hear more of what you want to see on YouTube. I feel like I like understand short form content, but when it comes to YouTube, I'm like, I like never know what to post other than vlogs. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you for watching. I love you. Smile you later.